Me and your brother, we've moved forward with you. It's simple. Fallen and the Uso.
This will be easy if you just acknowledge him, bro. And then we can get back to doing our thing, man.
Zay and Cesaro floors Jay.
The right-hand man can get some too, says Cesaro.
So now taking it to Cesaro.
Protecting his brother Jay from Cesaro.
And Cesaro with an uppercut.
European uppercut.
And Cesaro's not done. He turns his attention to Jay again. Neutralizer to... Now right back to the Universal Champion. Will Cesaro do that at WrestleMania?
And get the belt wrapped around my waist.
Charles, qual que é o seu palpite para essa luta, cara? Como você acha que essa luta pode terminar?
De verdade? Você quer que eu fale de verdade? Acho que esse cara vai cair sentado no primeiro round.
The world's best at 155 pounds will compete for the vacant UFC lightweight title.
Charles Oliveira has the most submissions in UFC history. Everything is correct technique, whether it's standing or on the ground, and he's streaking right now.
UFC annihilating opposition. And it took less than one round to show he could do it in the octagon as well.
I'm a vessel of violence.
Oh! Big knockdown for Michael Chandler! Dan's hurt bad! It's over!
But Charles Oliveira has been finishing fights on the ultimate proving ground for years.
Look at me, look at me.
Oliveira's got the choke!
Still in the show, that's the crook in me.
That kid is the real deal.
Sou o maior finalizador da história, hein?
Oh! Big right from Olo!
Cheguei pra ficar.
Anywhere this fight goes, he is a serious threat.
Oh, and that corner's out! Wow! Power from Charles Oliveira! Another knockout! This guy continues to get it done!
The kid's insane. He's here to get pace.
I gotta get it on my sin.
Before the highly anticipated headline, a star-studded card opens the show as electrifying finisher Edson Barboza.
Back with the veins, he's back on the grinds, back to the business.
Edson Barboza!
Madman, one of the most creative guys to ever step into the octagon.
Faces top 10 finisher Beneil Dariush in the co-main event.
I gotta get it on my sin.
Closes down and out! Beneil Dariush does it again! Oh my goodness!
I gotta get it on my sin.
This is UFC 262.
I gotta get it on my sin.
Countdown.
I gotta get it on my sin.
Pounds. No champion has been more dominant than the undefeated Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Khabib is 28-0, captured the vacant lightweight title, and then
Gale, the man around whom this card was built, the undisputed UFC lightweight champion, Khabib Nurmagomedov. 155, the official weight for Khabib Nurmagomedov. All right, next fighter to the scale, he will serve as a back. He is ready to take his shots now against the UFC's finest.
I've always taken pride in doing things that people weren't willing to do.
Look at the pressure that Khabib is putting on Gaethje right now. That pace and pressure of Khabib is what separates him from Nurmagomedov.
He's out, he's out.
Khabib Nurmagomedov rises again!
I want to say, it was my last fight.
Wow. And the guy who says yes most of the time is the guy who usually gets the opportunity.
So we were here in October, Justin Gaethje, and then retires. And now we are live inside the new plush Etihad Arena here in Abu Dhabi for UFC 257. The wait for one of the biggest cards of the new year ends here.
Iron Mike.
Cage door closes and that bell rings. I'm coming forward and I'm going to get in your face, and you have no other option but to retreat.
Not only does he feel he belongs, he feels as though he is a future champion in the UFC.
Oh! Big knockdown for Michael!
Back, because he is going to go to a level that he never thought possible.
This is Bod. This is Bod.
Here.
He's going to... Oliveira forces the tap. Charles Oliveira, another submission. than this, and he will find himself in the top 10 of the lightweight division. What a performance. He wanted an unforgettable week, and he certainly got one.
He came.
UFC 262 headliner Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira has a willingness to take on all comers.
Cruz apontado.
Originally in Brazil.
A nossa ideia da nossa família é não parar nunca. Ele é um cara que sempre se mantém treinado, então é o que a gente sempre fala, né? Ele tá pronto 365 dias por ano. Cotovelo com a mesma.
Low kick. He is on another level right now.
I mean, literally just picked him up.
Look at Oliveira just beating Tony Ferguson up.
Oh, armbar. That's in deep.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, that was a dominant round there by Oliveira.
Os caras me deram coming back home with us, and I just can't wait to bring it back to him.
Good throw, dude. Good job.
Chandler's UFC title bout with Charles Oliveira on May 15th.
Now, every single day, every single decision that I make, every single fight is another brush stroke on this masterpiece that I'm painting that my son Hap will see someday. Luckily, I have a beautiful, supportive wife who lets me continue to carry out that dream and trying to become the best fighter I possibly can be.
Red light.
Today, we are hopping in my car and driving down to Florida, but first, getting my son ready.
Red light.
Say bye to my wife.
Green light.
Then I got a 13-hour trip down to Florida to get this training camp officially started. 13-hour trip in 2 days. Home sweet home.
Many fighters in the pursuit of UFC gold make the pilgrimage to South Florida. Evidence comes from his home, away from home.
Sanford Mixed Martial Arts. Down here in South Florida with the coaching staff that we have, the facility that we have, the training partners that we have.
His favorite part about the gym, all the monsters.
Of Sao Paulo. And you will find Chandler's UFC 262 opponent, Charles Oliveira.
Depois cruza, esquiva, cruza direto.
Who prepares with the longtime team that has become like family.
Trocou!
Deus, eu tenho muita gratidão.
Pena que ele montou a academia aqui, um tatame.
Chute bom! Mais um aqui.
Aí depois a gente costuma ir pro rio, dar um mergulho. Que a água é bem gelada mesmo, né? Como se fosse...
Tá perto da natureza. Me faz bem, sabe? Tipo, um pouquinho, sabe por quê? A semelhança. Porque quando você entra dentro do octógono, você não quer perder.
This man's a serious threat to anybody in this division.
Tem que ter a adrenalina do jogo que tá ali em cima, o suador, o nervosismo, então é parecido.
Look at this.
Não tá consciente, cabeça no lugar. É isso.
May 15th is fast approaching.
Mas vocês viram, eu tô chegando, o cinturão é meu, 2021 eu tô chegando.
And Oliveira can sense the glory of a UFC title within reach.
Division.
That's why you paid the big bucks for Michael Chandler.
Surprise! Surprise! This is the greatest moment in my professional life.
É o meu momento, é minha hora, dia 15 de maio. Com certeza o cinturão vai vir no Brasil. Isso aí já tá escrito, já tá certo. Esse é o tempo certo, esse é o momento certo. Eu tô pronto pra... É isso.
Can't believe we're here already. This fight came together just 3 weeks ago.
by last defeating former interim champ Tony Ferguson.
Look what's happening here. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
He might have broken his arm.
In a bout that came together on just a few.
Where we going, man?
Oh, what a night. What a night. Tony Ferguson and Justin Gaethje nearly went the distance.
2020, I gained so much experience and success out of that by putting myself out there. One, I demonstrated that I'm reliable, and two,
As the saying goes, you're only as good as your last performance.
You are looking at arguably the most watchable, most exciting mixed martial arts fighter in the world today.
But in the case of Tony Ferguson, no one.
he's so free-flowing that it's unbelievable to watch him compete.
So hard to know what's coming.
This is the thing about Ferguson. He's not going anywhere. He's
being an accountant. So when I started fighting, nobody noticed except for the Syrian community. As the community started backing me up, my mom and family started to say, well, how can we not?
Talk about a fighter riding some momentum. He is the Iranian-born, now out of California, Beneil Dariush.
Dariush made fighting his career, and a very successful one at that. In his last outing, Dariush would extend his win streak to 6. And the Assyrian-American is ready to collect.
In a very tough lightweight division, they're killers all up in the top.
At UFC 262, Dariush finally has his chance to join the 155-pound elite.
Tony, he's either number 1 or number 2 as the best lightweights of all time. And I have so much responsibility, but it is so motivating. And the joy of it is so powerful. I can't wait to fight.
And there might be an audience, so that's cool.
For the fight or the burst?
Deadly guys in the room.
All good there. Body shots if you blind. Body shots if you blind. Hold yourself. Hold yourself.
I believe.
Just an hour drive north from King's MMA is the world-renowned Wild Card Boxing Gym in Hollywood. Frequented by the likes of Manny Pacquiao, along with former UFC champ.
And another one with an exclamation point.
I feel confident. I feel good. Can't wait.
He's so different and so unusual.
Tony Vettel crosses the line, and it's 12 fastest. His first flying lap, nothing to harm his chances on the second flying lap, and he's safely through to Q2. Sonoda now at risk as George Russell tries to make it into Q2 and does. Mr. Saturday does it again, and he has put that Williams into Q for Tauri, where his teammate is 5th.
Yeah, and Kimi Räikkönen's looked a lot better than that through free practice as well. Did not really expect him to end up down in 17th, if I'm honest.
Crossing the line, Sebastian Vettel misses out by just a few hundred. Sergio Perez now goes 5th fastest overall, but Ricciardo, flying through the first sector, has gone purple there. A personal best in the middle sector is now going to try and knock out Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin. Can Ricciardo, who started 13th on the grid, 0.008 of a second, and his teammate Sebastian Vettel by just 0.05 of a second. They are 2 of the 5 that won't be taking part in Q3. Pierre Gasly doesn't make it into Q3 for the first time this season. Giovinazzi 14th and
really using the extremities of the racetrack.
Daniel Ricciardo, who leads Lando Norris 2-1 in qualifying so far this season, was a 1/10 of a second ahead of his teammate through the first sector. Norris has lost time to Leclerc. 2/10 beat it, 1:17.7. He was much faster, 3/10 faster through that final sector. Carlos Sainz then goes ahead of his teammate Charles Leclerc. The two Ferraris separated by less than 1/10 of a second, and Daniel Ricciardo goes second fastest by just
confidence. And that's
Sergio Perez having a spin at turn 13 towards the end of the lap. If they're still showing yellow flags, Lewis Hamilton slowing down. As you can see, that has wrecked his stream down the main straight. Could Valtteri Bottas inadvertently help Max Verstappen to pole position here? Or could Hamilton solve all the problems out there by himself? Take it away, Martin.
76 seconds to heaven then for one of these drivers to walk in the middle of turns 1 and 2. Up to turn 4, it's bumpy on the way in. Get it in early, connect up, and walk the car to the outside. Flick right for turn 5. Do not lock the brakes on the way into 5. Throttle from the middle of the corner. Forget turn 6. It's an annoyance. This is one that matters. 7 and 9, blind up the hill. Just all throttle, isn't it? All the way round. How's it looking?
Lewis Hamilton and 4 Mercedes, but don't forget, Verstappen mighty strong in the final sector, and Lewis wasn't great coming out of the chicane there. Hamilton crosses the line. Provisional pole is his, but he doesn't improve on his time. Valtteri Bottas next to cross the line. He denied Hamilton low, but his teammate Sergio Perez is going well behind. Out of the final corner now. Realistically, one car to deny Hamilton pole today, and Perez doesn't. It's a ton of pole for Lewis Hamilton in Formula One, the Spanish Formula One career.
That's nice work, very nice work. So yeah, that first time stood.
Yes! Great job, guys. That was hard work. Oh, that was hard work.
That wasn't easy, was it?
It is now 100 pole positions for Lewis Hamilton. 5 constructors have done that in Formula One. He is the first driver to achieve it all by himself, and I'm sure Leclerc will start 4th on the grid. Esteban Ocon 5th on the grid, and that is a sensational performance from him as he out-qualifies Fernando Alonso once again. Carlos Sainz will start 6th in his home race. Daniel Ricciardo 3-1 now in his team.